Hello, welcome back to story time. Can you see my special placemat here? Can you tell what that's a little map of? Looks like the solar system, right? Here's the sun, here's our Earth, here's a big planet called Jupiter, and here's Saturn, Mercury, Venus, Mars, all kinds of cool things, all kinds of cool planets. I thought it might be fun to read some books about space and things that are out there in our solar system. Let's do our opening song. Make the sign for hello and make the sign for friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to read a book. Let's read some books about space. You remember a few weeks ago we read some books about Earth, which is the planet that we live on, right? So now let's read some books about what's out there besides Earth. This is called Lift and Look in Space, and it's a Bloomsbury activity book. So this is one of those lift the flat books. Hello, I'm an astronaut. What am I taking into space? Whoa, my suitcase. All kinds of stuff in that suitcase, right? Blast off! They go on a rocket. Where are the rockets going? They are going to the moon. The astronaut is looking out the window of the space rocket. What is out there? Where's the flap? There it is. The planets. Just like the planets on this placemat here, right? What kinds of things can you see in space? Lift the flap to find out. You can see stars and rockets. Maybe a few other things that we'll learn about in one of the other books. What else can you see in space? Lift the flap to find out. A comet. Ooh. The astronauts have come home. Where are they? They are at a space-themed party. Be kind of fun to go to a party with space theme, wouldn't it? Be fun to go to any kind of party right now, but we can't have too many parties now, can we? Maybe next year. We'll see. Some of you may know this book, Nerdy Baby's Space by Emmy Kastner, and Emmy lives in Kalamazoo. And I believe a few months ago we read her book about the ocean, right? So let's read Emmy's book about space. Hello, nerdy babies. Do you ever wonder about space? You probably do. You're curious. Look up. Way, way up. Space this way. Right? You look way up in the sky. Above your roof, beyond the trees, past the clouds, you'll find outer space. And there are stars out there, and it's dark and cold. Even colder than it is out here. Why are we floating? The astronauts say. There's no gravity here. Gravity keeps everything on the ground back on Earth. That's why we stay on the ground, because of gravity, right? There's no sound in space. It's so quiet. Planets spin and stars sparkle and comets silently fly by. This is our sun. It's the center of our solar system, and it's very bright. Whew. In the time it takes to get from one birthday to the next, Earth, here's our planet, makes one lap around the sun, that's 365 days, right? From one birthday to the next is 365 days, and that's how long it takes the Earth to go around our sun. The sun, I should say. Do you love the moon? Earth sure does. They travel in space together. Here are the Earth, here's our moon. The Earth has one moon, right? And we travel around together. The moon always stays with us. There's no wind on the moon. Your footprints will last forever. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? There are 8 planets in our solar system. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each planet is different than the next. Mercury is the smallest planet and closest to the sun. You can oops, that's all right. It's down here on this one. Venus spins backwards. Earth, the only planet that supports life in our solar system yet. Here we've got Mercury, Venus, Earth. I can see my house. No, you can't. Right? The astronauts are too far away to see individual houses. The tallest mountain in the solar system is on Mars. That's the next planet after ours. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. What's that? Olympus Mons. That's what the mountain is, apparently. Jupiter, that's the next planet, and it's a big one. Jupiter has 79 moons. While we have one moon, Jupiter has 79 moons. High, this one says. I can't count that high yet. You can get an idea, though, for how many 79 is by looking at that picture that Emmy made. That's a lot of moons. Saturn's rings are actually made of pieces of ice and rock, from specks of dust to pieces as big as a house. So here's Saturn, has rings around it that are made of small and big specks of ice and rock. Uranus spins on its side. Neptune is so far away, it takes about 165 Earth years to finish one lap around the sun. That's older than any person you have ever known. Pluto used to be called a planet. We still love you. Sometimes scientists decide it is a planet, sometimes they decide it's not. It's hard to know when it's so far away. We learn more about our solar system and the whole universe every day. Satellites like this orbit planets and collect data. This kind of satellite is one that people made, right? Men and women made those, and they send them up into orbit, and they take pictures and collect data and learn about the solar system and send that data back to Earth. Astronauts look up to the sky and ask lots of questions, just like you. Here's a nerdy baby and a nerdy kid and a nerdy astronaut. Stay curious. There's more to learn about everything. He says, yeah, I can't see my house. Of course not. That's too far away, too small. The end. Isn't that a nice book about space? We learned a lot from that book. Thank you, Emmy. Shall we do a little song? We got a song and a craft and a couple more books. Whew. This is a song about our planets. I'll hold it up in case you have a reader with you. And it's to the tune of When Johnny Goes Marching Home. So it goes da 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 da, like that. And the words start with, the planets revolve around the sun. Hooray, hooray, the planets revolve around the sun. Hooray, hooray, the planets revolve around the sun and spin on their axis, everyone. And they all go spinning, around and around they go. Can you try it with me? The planets revolve around the sun, hooray, hooray. The planets revolve around the sun, hooray, hooray. The planets revolve around the sun and spin on their axis, everyone, and they all go spinning, around and around they go. Nice. The next verse starts naming the planets. This way you can learn them. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. And that repeats. And then all whirling and twirling among the stars, and they all go spinning, around and around they go. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, hooray, hooray. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, hooray, hooray. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, all whirling and twirling among the stars, and they all go spinning, around and around they go. Now, the rest of the planets, Jupiter and Saturn, are next in line. Hooray, hooray. Jupiter and Saturn, and then Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto make 9. So when this song was written, Pluto was a planet. Then they decided it wasn't a planet, so just depends on what year. Jupiter and Saturn are next in line. Hooray, hooray. Jupiter and Saturn are next in line. Hooray, hooray. Jupiter and Saturn are next in line. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto make 9, and they all go spinning, around and around they go. Isn't that a fun song? You can learn the planets by practicing that song. Let's read a fun story called Life on Mars by John Agee. And this one is a little bit silly. So far, no people have ever gone to Mars in real life, but pretty soon, maybe while when you guys get to be teenagers or adults, who knows? I am on Mars. I have traveled a long way from Earth. I am here to find life. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. Nobody believes there's life on Mars, but I do, and I just know that I'm going to find it. Do you notice what he's carrying in his hand? Keep an eye out for that. He brought a gift with him to Mars. Here he's walked this way. I don't know what that is. So far, Mars looks pretty gloomy. More gloomy than I thought. I'm starting to wonder, could anything possibly live here? It's dark, it's cold. I brought this gift of chocolate cupcakes. I don't think I'll find anybody to eat them. Wow, I was wrong. Mars is nothing but miles and miles of rocks and dirt. It's obvious. Nothing could possibly live here. What a disaster. Everybody was right. There is no life on Mars. I'm going home immediately. Uh-oh. Where is my spaceship? I got a little lost. I can't believe it. I'm lost. Lost on Mars where there is no life. Wait a minute. What's that? No way. It's life. It's on Mars. And it's alive. What an amazing discovery. I can't wait to get back to Earth and show everybody what I found. And look, my box of cupcakes. How did it get there? Now I've got to find my spaceship. I bet I'll get a good view from the top of that mountain. Ah, there it is. He thinks he's on a mountain. What an adventure. I always believed there was life on Mars, and I was right. Oh, there he goes, back to Earth. I think I deserve a treat. He's gonna get out those chocolate cupcakes, right? What? Where did they go? Very confusing. Life on Mars by John G. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, let's do Zoom Zoom, right? Because the next book we're going to do is called Moon, Earth's Best Friend. Shall we zoom to the moon first? It's by Stacey McNulty and Stevie Lewis. Let's put our hands together for Zoom Zoom. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. If you want to take a trip, climb aboard my rocket ship. Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Woo! Think they'll make it to the moon? Think we'll make it to the moon? Let's find out. This is a book about what the moon is like, actually. We'll learn some things. Huh. Look up, look up, look up. It's me, Moon. I'm Earth's best friend. Where Earth goes, I go. We have been together since the beginning, almost. Let me tell you our story. Once upon a time, actually, I'm Earth's only natural satellite. So natural, not created by Earthlings, and satellite, I circle Earth. So it's something, a satellite circles Earth, right? And natural is, we people didn't make it. It occurred naturally. Okay, she has thousands of human-made satellites too, right? We talked about that in the other book. People make satellites, but they're mostly metal and plastic. Not exactly best friend material. Guess that makes me Earth's #1 real sidekick. It takes me 27.3 days to go around the Earth once. It also takes me 27.3 days to spin once. Coincidence? I think not. It means I'm dependable. My face always smiles at Earth. You never see my backside. Sometimes when you look up at the moon, does it look like it's smiling at us? Maybe. But you probably noticed I look different every night. Fun, right? Check out my phases. So sometimes when you look at the moon, you can just see this, a waning crescent. And sometimes you can only see the little light sticking out around the edges. That's called a new moon. And if the crescent is on this side, it's a waxing crescent. And then the last quarter, a waning gibbous moon, when you can see about 3/4 of it. A full moon, nice. Oh, here's another first quarter, last quarter, sorry, and waxing gibbous when you see it 3/4 of it on this side, and then a full moon, but it doesn't make wolves howl. So we have crescent moons, gibbous moons, full moons. Whoa. Some other planets have best friends too. I am Moon, but I'm not the only moon in the solar system. We learned that Jupiter has 79, right? Neptune has moons, Saturn has moons, Mars, Uranus, so many. Of all the moons, I am the 5th biggest. So there are some moons that are bigger than our moon, but some that are smaller. I'll always be Earth's pal, but that doesn't mean we're twinsies. She's bigger. Earth is bigger, 4 times bigger. And her gravity is 6 times stronger. Gravity is the invisible force that makes an apple fall to the ground instead of flying up in the sky. A cow that weighs 600 pounds on Earth would weigh only 100 pounds on me, on the moon. Everything is lighter on the moon because there is less gravity. Speaking of cows, Earth has cows and nursery rhymes starring cows, but a cow has never jumped over me. I'm too far away for even a kangaroo to make that leap. Average distance between Earth and me, 238,855 miles. That is really far. You could fit 30 Earths in that distance and probably a gazillion cows. Very, very far away. BFFs help each other out, right? Best friends forever. I keep Earth from being too wobbly. This might be the most important thing I do, and you probably didn't even know about it. With me, gentle spinning, my gravity at work. Without me, topsy-turvy. Don't worry, moon gazers, you're never without me. I don't disappear during the day. I'm always here for Earth. You just can't see me when it's super bright out, or when it's cloudy, or when I'm on the other side of the Earth. I can prove I'm always here. Check out the ocean's tides. The moon, the gravity on the moon affects the way the oceans on Earth move in and out. High tide happens twice a day. Low tide happens twice a day. That's gravity again, my gravity, pulling on Earth's oceans. I have the best views of Earth, and Earth has the best views of me. But some Earthlings wanted to see me up close. I'm the only other place in the universe where man has set foot. And I do mean man. I'm still working. I'm still waiting for my first female astronaut. I've had 12 moonwalkers. 12 men have walked on the moon, and a few left footprints. And some of those footprints are still here. No wind or rain or snow to mess them up. Other things you will not find on me. Oxygen, mosquitoes, which is a good thing, I think, plants, animals, liquid water, animals including cows. Things you will find on me: rocks, really big rocks, more rocks, nail clippers, golf ball, falcon feather. Those are presents from Earth, that stuff left behind by untidy astronauts. An American flag, a hammer. There's a few things on Earth that astronauts left behind. Maybe accidentally, maybe on purpose. Earth and I have so much fun together. Like when we play Eclipse. Solar eclipse. I hide sun for a few minutes. We play this during the day. Lunar eclipse. Earth's shadow passes over me. We play this at night. I'm always here for Earth. I'm always here for you. Where Earth goes, I go. And where Earth goes, you go. Guess that makes us best friends too. That's a nice book about the moon, isn't it? be fun to zoom up to the moon someday, just like our song says. I thought maybe you guys would like to do another little craft, shall we? Okay, so this one is a shape craft. If you just have some colored paper and some glue and either some maybe one marker or crayon or pencil or something, and then either some star stickers or a yellow marker to make some stars, that should be about all you need. And we can make a rocket, a name rocket, that's headed to the moon. So I have you could make this is a night sky, right? You could have blue for a day sky or dark blue for an evening sky. And then I had some star stickers, but if you don't have those, you could use a yellow crayon or a yellow marker and draw some stars. Okay. Okay, so now I have some more stars in the sky. And then you guys could cut one triangle, right? A triangle has 3 sides, 1, 2, 3, and make that the top of your rocket. And glue it on to the paper. Here's the top of my rocket. Okay, and then what you need is a square or a rectangle, whatever you want, one for every letter of your name. So, for instance, if my name were Lucy, right, I would need 4 squares. L-U-C-Y, right? 4 shapes. Or if my name were Rosie, how many would I need? R-O-S-I-E. So you'd need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes, right? Or if your name were Astrid, A-S-T-R-I-D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shapes. Wow. Or what if your name were Adeline? A-D-E-L-I-N-E. My goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you cut up as many rectangles as you have letters in your name. So since my name is Shirley, if I can say my name right, let's see how many letters I need. I have an S and an H and an I and an R and an L and an E and a Y. I'll glue those on there, right? So I needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa. So figure out how many rectangles you need, one for each letter of your name. And then you can make them all the same color or different colors, whatever you think. It can be your own creation. S-H-I, here's an R, here's an L, here's an E, and a Y. So there's my Shirley rocket, and now you could cut out some yellow or orange or whatever you have, rectangles a little longer, and those can be the flames or the fire coming out of your rocket as it launches off into space. Let's see here. I didn't leave quite enough space. If you have a long name like mine, then there, how's that? Then you need to maybe move your triangle up to the top a little farther. There we go. There's my name rocket. One triangle and however many squares or rectangles you have in your name for letters, and then some rectangles for the fire. Yeah, nice. I hope you guys can make a name rocket. I would love to see them someday. I don't know, maybe if you make one, you could bring it into the store or something. Or, yeah, something like that. Well, thanks for listening to Books About Space, and I hope you guys stay curious and look up and see what you can see in the sky at night and in the day, and who knows what you might discover out there. And sometime maybe you could use a telescope even and see what you could see. All right, I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy and having some fun. Let's sing our goodbye song. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Have a great week.